Okay, so last Friday I put up a video showing where I got a bunch of items for 75% off at an antique booth. And today I'm going to show you how I'm styling some of these items. So it's this gravy boat here, this little creamer here, these two plates, this ladle, and this little coin purse. I'm going to show you how I have styled them in my home, but I also want to show you everything here that is on my bar. Hi, my name is Julie if you are new here, and I absolutely love thrifting my home decor. So last week I posted a video showing where I went shopping at an antique mall in a booth that was 75% off. So I did not get a chance to show you how I styled those items in last week's video. So that's what we're doing today. Okay, so everything you see here on the bar is thrifted, and we are going to be using all of these pieces to incorporate our shelf styling and our pieces from last week's video. We're going to be putting together just some beautiful decor, and I want to just show you what and how you can style and use things that are thrifted, and you can put them all together and then see just how they flow beautifully together. I thought I would also share with you, I just thought this would be easier to show you this way. This is the pieces that we will be using to style the shelves that is not thrifted. So this is all that I have that's going on the shelf that is not thrifted, and most of it is florals. So I have some beautiful peonies here, and what I like to do when I do a like spring or beautiful floral arrangement is I will take these little eucalyptus picks, or take a big one and kind of cut them up and add them down in there, so you see it gives it a little bit more of a realistic look, because you can see how lime greeny some of these leaves are, and I don't really like that. So I like to incorporate some of the eucalyptus in there, and I just think it makes it look good. I think I got these either at Hobby Lobby or Amazon. And then I have a couple Hobby Lobby little scoops here, and then just some more eucalyptus and a few dried florals. But everything else we're using today is going to be a thrifted item. So let me show you how I style my open shelving here in my kitchen with all thrifted finds. Okay, I did want to add that I have this piece here that I got at Goodwill a while back, and I just painted it. I didn't want to bring that one down because it is too heavy, but that is also a thrifted piece. And if you're wondering why I have a couple of pieces of paper towel here, it's because there's a little bit of a warp in either this or this, I don't know. So I have just a couple little pieces of paper towel to help me level things up, but you don't see it. You only see it now because we're on top of this shelf and I'm on a stool. But when you're down on the ground, you do not see that. So the first thing I'm going to do is, a lot of people ask me, how do I style things on these shutters that are like this? How do you get things to stand up, you know, straight and not fall over? Well, I use little books, and this book here I thrifted, and it fits perfectly right there where I need it. So I'm just going to place that book there, and then I have a doily, and I just want to lay it over that book because I like a little bit of the doily to be hanging off. And then I'm going to go get the picture and the few things that I want to style right here to kind of help fill up. Oop, y'all can't even see what I'm doing. Just to kind of help fill up this little spot here. All right, so this is where I want to put this beautiful bouquet of flowers here. And I want you to be able to see flowers from every side. Like if you're standing over on this side of my house, or when you come in the back door, I want you to be able to see a flower. So I made sure to arrange it so that it looked like that. You know what? I actually forgot to put the plates. I have a stack of thrifted plates because I was wondering why it didn't look very tall. It's because I forgot the plates. So I'm just taking two separate types of thrifted plates, and I'm using them as a riser because I want this to be taller than it is. I don't know if I mentioned, but this I got at Hobby Lobby for 75% off with the fall stuff. It's not thrifted. I don't think I mentioned that earlier. But so I have my stack of plates here that I'm using as my riser, and I have my picture here. Now I'm going to take these beautiful restaurant wear mugs, and I just want them to just sit there doing nothing, or with nothing else added to them. And then I have this beautiful little chicken that I got at Goodwill, and I wanted to display it up here, but there was just a little too much white going on. So I thought I would take some of these little, I got these at Hobby Lobby. I think last year in their spring stuff. I don't know, but if you notice, I'll try to get really close and see if it'll focus, but it has just barely a hint of pink. So I want to take and put some of this, if I can get it untangled, in this little chicken. Y'all told me that this little chicken is an egg cup or an egg holder, and so I really love it, but I want to give it just a little something something. So I'm going to put just a few florals in here just to kind of help tie in with the florals that are in the big picture. I'm just going to take one and just lay it down beside it, kind of like it's just fell out. I don't know, this looks cute like that. All right, so now that we've got that part done, I want to move over here. I know it doesn't look like the middle to y'all because y'all are at an angle, but this part here is in the middle. So I want to go ahead and kind of decorate for that, and I might have to adjust stuff as I get my other things up here. But let me go get the items that I want to place here and just show you how I styled this little area. Okay, and I love to layer everything. I just think that that really gives it the country charm look that I want. So what I'm going to do is take and place a Goodwill cutting board, just kind of layer it against this, just to kind of have a little different texture going on. Now you can kind of see where this paper towel came in handy for me, just because I don't know if it's the cutting board. Something was a little unlevel when I was playing around with this, so the paper towel seemed to help. That's why I put that there. All right, and then I'm going to layer one more thing in front of this cutting board, and it is going to be this corn pan here. And I got this in Oklahoma, actually. I think Miss Shannon was asking me how I use this on Instagram. Well, here you go, Shannon. I'm just going to place it here in front of this cutting board now because I like just all the different, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, I just like all the different colors and textures, and I think they just all play very well off of each other. I like something metal. I don't know. It's just what I like. So I've enjoyed having this here for the past couple days. Before I started filming this, I did put everything and get it how I wanted it. Just makes filming go a lot faster, but I have enjoyed having this here. I did have it over by my stove, but I moved it. And then some of you are going to think I'm crazy because I'm going to take and put some books here, and you're going to feel like it almost hides it, but it doesn't, I promise. It's good. I've got these thrifted books here, and then this beautiful piece here, and I love that these have some blue. They bring out some of the blue in the plates that I'm going to use here in just a minute. So that's why I really like having this up here. And just some of that little dried floral right there. Okay, and I was playing around with this the other day, and I could not figure out what to do right here. I wanted something to kind of be tall on this side, kind of like the florals on the other end. So I came up with just another thrifted cutting board that I pulled out of my stash. And I thought, oh, that's so rustic and beautiful. So I'm going to just take that and lean it right up against the wall here. And then take some more of my thrifted plates, set them up here again as a riser. So I'm going to let them kind of work for me as a riser down here on the end. And then I think this doily was actually gifted to me. But I love that. And then we're going to take our oil lamp, place it right up here on the doily, and it also gives a little bit of height, so I really like that. And I want the doily to hang off just a little bit, just so you can see it. So there we go, and that completes the top section. Now let's work on the second shelf real quick. All right, so here is where some of those beautiful plates were, well, two of those beautiful plates that I got on the 75% off last Friday. And all I'm going to do with these is just prop them up here. I have a part of my wallpaper that has come undone and a couple of holes here, but y'all just ignore that because this wall is getting painted this summer. And then I'm just going to put the other plate here, space those out evenly. And what I love about these is this pink color and then just the little hints of pink and the florals on the top shelf. It just makes everything look really spring-like and very pretty and delicate without just being too much. And I like that I'm able to incorporate these colors with some of the blues, so it all ties in with like my everyday decor. So I really like that. Let me go get my vintage strainers, and they're going to go right here on the end, and I'll kind of show you how I stack those. So I have two of these beautiful vintage strainers, And I really want them to be stacked on top of each other, kind of like that. But I don't feel like this one's high enough where you can really see it. I really want it to be up some more. I'm going to take one of my little restaurant ware plates and just sit it down in here. And it's going to kind of, because it doesn't go all the way to the bottom, it's going to help make a riser for that second one. And then I also had something here to put on the bottom. I forgot it. Let me go get it. It's a little cutting board. Okay, yes. So this is where you see how this is just wobbly and not wanting to stay because of these slats. So I just take a little cutting board. Fits perfectly in there. That's why it's good to thrift stuff like this sometimes, because you may not necessarily use it as decor, but you might need it for like a riser or, you know, something like that. So then I take my second one and I want to put it in here just on top of that plate, and you can see how it kind of elevates that for me. And I still have a little bit of a wobble, as you can see. So I'm going to take like barely a little piece of paper towel and put it underneath that leg in the back, so that the two front ones kind of sit level. It's just, I've tried to bend them and it's just not working for me. So I'm just going to get a little piece of paper towel. Yeah, it's like you can't bend it. I'm going to tear my plate up if I'm not careful. So anyway, I'm going to get a little piece of paper towel and level that up, and then we'll move to the middle here. Again, don't worry, you won't see this little piece of paper towel because I still have to put a few pieces of greenery around this, and so that will help hide that. All right, there you go. So it's not perfect, but it's a lot better than it was. I'll put my little plate back here. Kind of spread them out. And you could take and put some little fairy lights down in here. I might do that. I just don't think I have any handy right now. Like some little battery powered lights in your strainers. Set it on a timer, and that's so cute. You know what? I actually have a battery powered candle. I might put that in there, and that would look cute. Even like glowing through the stars at nighttime, like a little night light. Be so cute. Okay, so now I'm going to take this thrifted book and I'm going to set it right here in the middle, and I'm using this one again because it fits perfectly, and I need somewhere to sit these two things. They would sit on there by themselves, but I want them to be safe, and I want them to kind of be in a little vignette of some sort here with the other plates so you can see them all. But I'm trying to spread them out as much as I can so it doesn't look just I started to say too overcrowded. Y'all know that it's going to look crowded because that's how I do. But what I'm going to put in this one is my little vintage salt and pepper shakers that you saw me put in a container the other day. Well, I've already moved that. I moved it to my guest bedroom, and I wanted to put my little salt and pepper shakers in here because I think that'll be cute. So I'm going to do that now. So here's all my little vintage salt and pepper shakers that I like to put in things so you can see them. So I'm just going to stack these up in here, and I'm taking the ones that I feel like look the most aged, and I'm just setting them on top, and I think they look so pretty, just kind of overflowing out of that gravy boat. Okay, I have this little wooden spoon that is thrifted, and I wanted something in here to kind of match the brown of the shelf and different things, so I thought, well, let me just put a couple little spoons in there because this is, you know, a little creamer. So having little wooden spoons in here would be, you know, sufficient and make it look cute, I think. So I'm just going to set those in there like that. Okay, and last but certainly not least is my vintage scale and bowls, which fits perfectly here on the end. And I kind of want that to be at an angle, I think. So that's what I'm going to do there. And so that's all of, I think, all of the decor pieces. Now I'm going to go back and tuck in some little pieces of greenery. A few little pieces of greenery here and there really kind of completes a space. I know some people don't really care for a lot of greenery, but in the spring and summer, or really all year, because even in the winter I have like winter greenery around. But I just kind of tuck it in different places, and I use different kinds. Like over here, I want to tuck these in here because, again, I'm trying to have that little paper towel in the back also. Plus, I feel like the green helps the strainers pop. And then I want to put some around this scale, trying to hide the stems. Making sure they're not poking out of the bottom, and they're not. I actually want the bigger piece over here. So like this piece needs to be on this side, and then a little bit smaller piece can kind of go over here and just kind of tuck in the back because I already have some greenery here. I want to put this little small piece up here, just lay it beside the oil lamp. Okay, so here is that rusty, crusty, beautiful ladle that I picked up last week. And I did try it on my refrigerator, but I didn't love it there. So let me show y'all where I decided to put it. So I have an old thrifted shutter door and ticking strap piece of material here on my fireplace hearth. I just draped the ticking strap material over the shutter, again, because we layer everything around here. And then I'm just going to take and hang this ladle right in the center of this. And that beautiful ticking strap material is going to help it pop, and I love how this turned out. Okay, and the other piece that I thrifted last week, I don't really have it styled like I want it, but I did want to go ahead and display it. So for now, I have it just kind of propped up here in my bedroom on the dresser, and I think it looks really pretty up against that white picture with those brass candlesticks. So for now, this will have to kind of work until I can get my peg rail all situated how I want it and get it styled there. But for now, it's just sitting here on the corner of my dresser by this beautiful white picture and brass candlesticks on top of a thrifted book and a thrifted art box, I believe that is, that I made over. Okay, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank y'all so much for spending the evening with me, seeing how I love to thrift my decor and style it in my home. We hope that y'all have a wonderful week. We love y'all, and I'll see you back here Friday with a brand new video.